first.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's try that, and then Dave can kind of try to do it play by play if that's cool. Okay. Actually, sorry, I have to pull up the Twitch to get the link.
Good.
But we are live.
Are you gonna?
Yeah, I'm just.
First, I'm gonna stream into Discord, or how are we doing that part? Since it's the replay files.
I can stream it into Discord.
Yeah, just because I think it'd be tough to like line up if we were all gonna open the replay files.
Yeah. Me set.
Even though Discord's got a little, I mean, maybe like a second or two. Not even.
If the stream quality is bad, I might stop it. Like if the Twitch stream quality gets bad, if I'm uploading two different things, but screen. And posting the link into League. Just League chat.
I guess the other option is Dave or I run the Discord stream and you stream from that, but I don't know. Maybe that's a little scuffed.
Okay, you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we're live. And draft is ready. Okay, so starting off the bands, 2 supports, and a Twitch by CC. That Twitch makes sense after playing against at one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely focusing on the bot lane.
What's up, Zach? He's in chat already.
What up?
No spoilers, please. Thank you, Zach.
Yeah. Okay, and then Red Side responds with Akali, Akshan, and the big Unga Boonga. That's not Trundle.
Oh, it is, huh?
Yeah. Just for Zach. I don't know if Zach knew that.
Well, it's also sort of dual purpose ban as well. I mean, Trundle of the Jungle's pretty nice.
Yeah.
But Unga Boonga.
Unga Boonga. And not surprising to see the Jinx pick up for Trooper. I'm a little surprised FF let that go through, but not maybe just a higher priority on some other Bromstein, Akali, and other such shenanigans. But that's like a Trooper 101 pick. He's carried a lot of games on Jinx.
Yeah, I mean, plus Viger's obviously scales really well, but he has a tough time just walking up to Jinx to try to like put her in a cage because, you know, late game she's just got an insane range advantage, and by the time you get the cage out, you're probably just like dead.
Yeah.
That is a little rough, but also, I mean, that's also thinking like way late game, so
yeah,
can definitely be early.
FF picking up Veigar and Senna, and probably not in the roles you would think. Wait, yeah.
No, that'd be a CC.
Yeah, that's
the Senna.
Well, that's the Veigar. Still bottom.
It is bot lane, but yeah, I mean, Breeze plays a good amount of it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely flex power because Ben plays it too.
Yeah, I guess I was looking a little ahead in draft. But...
Yeah.
Tahm Kench support and the Lux mid. Pretty good, pretty standard. Tahm Kench is pretty bonkers right now. And then followed up by the Zek in the jungle. And banning away Zesty's Mord, Gnar. Those are definitely 2 go-to picks in our experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think too the Tahm Kench is good because of the I mean it's a little tough to time, but you can stop the Veigar combo and the ulti. Ahri and Zach and Garen all want to go in pretty hard, so you know it does give some survivability that Jinx, who's otherwise gonna have a probably tough time living this game.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, and responding with the Jason set. And blue side picking up Vi Nasus. Nasus is a pretty good takeaway. Yeah, from the old Zesty. And then Ahri, Garen. Another couple good picks. I like the Ahri and Ben. It's good.
It is blind Nasus, which gives Zach, you know, the counter, but
And
How do you feel the Garen is into Nasus? I mean, if he withers you and you haven't queued yet, you can break the slow.
yeah, no, I think Nasus, it's like every other Nasus thing. You just beat him and beat him and beat him, and then all of a sudden he kills you. And in
And
my
one
experience,
fight, he's just
you just hope
the
you end,
Kane.
you just hope you end the game before that happens. Yeah, in my experience, you have to be a little careful of. I mean, respect the early damage a little bit. I mean, you want to be able to play aggressive, but I've been poked out before just by Nasus E, and
Yeah,
been
wonder
killed.
if he's going. Wonder if he's going to go with the Bling Nasus, where you just go 3 Doran's rings and just max E, and then just get the Qs as you can.
Against Garen, I mean, just keep him low. I mean, Garen's pretty good at winning the war of attrition or whatever, but so is Nasus. You get the mana,
Yeah,
you have the healing, so get the mana too. All right,
the old school Quas Nasus build.
yeah. I've got the game already pulled up, so if we want to, we could just jump into it.
Perfect.
Pretty quick transition here.
Let's before we start it though, who do you guys think is gonna win?
Oh, not if I'm not metagaming too much and just look at drafts. I mean, I like the Jinx a lot, but if there's such a big time constraint on CC this game, they have to end the game before the Senna and the Vygar get stacked up, and if I guess you have Nasus, but
Also, though, yeah, late game Jinx and Nasus, so
yeah,
they both scale well. I do think, like for Lux, it might be a little difficult to kill Ari later on with her dashes, but you have Jinx who can just turn on rockets and start blasting her.
yeah,
So I think that's totally fine. They have answers to most stuff, but
I look at it this way: which comp is easier to run? And I
Yeah.
think the Zac, Ari, Senna kind of like, or in Viger, like those 4 champions make it real easy to just go.
yeah.
yeah.
I like
if
both
Tom-
teams. I think they're both super good, but I do think,
Not
Yeah.
comp wise, that is a little easier to just pull the trigger on for sure. And I
'Cause
think
you
that's-
don't-
I mean, Vi's like obviously like pretty good on that at that too, but I think it's a
Same
little
with
harder for the
Tom.
rest of them to follow up. Besides, maybe Tom Kench.
But if Tom Kench goes in, then that's just free reign to
Yeah.
all in the Jinx.
Yeah, there goes your whole protect the Jinx style.
Exactly.
As far as protect the Jinx styles go, I mean they've got a really beefy front line, but not a whole lot of actual like peeling support type people. It's just tank. So if they can somehow get past the tanks, there isn't a whole lot of help for the Jinx.
I mean, Tom Kench just pretty much has to sit on Jinx's hip the whole game.
Yeah. Yep.
If Jinx
Yeah.
gets hit with anything, you just have to press R and run.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'd give it to FF. Really solid team, and also just like pretty relatively easy to execute draft. So, though obviously CC is really good too, and I could see them, coming away with it too. But I think draft little edge to FF, but they're both good.
Yeah. Yeah. Just count
And
the scale.
we got Greg Buccino, the Buccino Boo, thinking, FF's draft's a little better. Zach STK, so hasn't said, but I'm assuming he would like the FF draft.
I would hope.
Weird.
So.
Yeah.
I would hope
He just
so.
plays whatever he's told to play. He says, "Give me whatever, I unga bunga."
Yes, boss.
Yeah.
See you at 40 minutes when I'm spinning their Nexus down with Garen.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's start it.
All right. Do you want to do a countdown, Dave?
It don't matter.
Yeah, you go ahead. I'll try to match you. It don't matter.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. We're going at ×2 speed, right?
Of course, I love it. I got Garen. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. So I'm wondering how these level 1s are going to come out. I'm assuming just going to be 5 points across the board here, because
No, Vygar looking for stacks.
Oh, I mean, Vigar's going to be looking for stacks, but I'm not expecting a full-on 5-man brawl happening in mid lane.
And are you watching the replays as well?
Yep.
Do you want to try streaming them? Andrew's choppy a little bit on Discord. The Twitch stream seems fine.
Absolutely, I can do that.
30 seconds until
why isn't it showing as an application?
It is Twitch quality. I'm going to assume it's okay unless I hear otherwise.
It looks fine as far as I can tell.
I'll just do it this way, just because it doesn't pop up like normal. So I'm just doing the screen.
It works.
So I mean, you're halfway standard 5-point. I mean,
Minus a couple.
Minions
Yeah,
have
you-
spawned.
you'll see I mean, wards in Topside River, like, definitely CC throwing a lot of wards down. So if FF picks on that, I mean, Zach can gain from anywhere.
Yeah.
So you have. I mean, those first wards, it's 240 seconds, so that's easily Zach's clear in first gank.
I think early on, mid lane should go to Lux. Just, I think, easier trades.
Yeah.
Really easy to land until Ahri. I mean, Ahri W gives her move speed, so she has a chance to dodge out of those, but wouldn't be surprised to see some pressure early, but I think Lux does have to play pretty dang safe after 6, especially with Zac. Bot lane probably won't see a ton of action, but
No, just a lot of farming. I
Yeah.
assume so, because both of them just want to scale.
Yeah.
yeah, you got Predator Viger, which I'm a big fan of. I think that's just the rune you should take on him right now. I think it's
Oh,
just kind of ridiculous. One thing to note, no teleport on Garen, going the hard commit ignite,
Yeah.
which I think is totally fine against Nasus. And their team does like to play around him splitting, so I think that's perfectly fine. The team just needs to know they have to play around it. They do have one on Viger, though he's not a great split pusher. So later on, they're just gonna have to play smart around it, but they know how to play the map well, so it shouldn't be an issue.
Garen runs so fast. What's the point of teleporting
Yeah.
from there?
Yeah, you got a good point. He just goes real quick. Invented his strategy. It's called spinning on the Nexus. Zach,
Well,
let us
I've
know in
never
the
seen
chat that
anyone
he,
pull that off, including Zach.
That's fair.
yeah.
He didn't say it works, but he did invent it.
All right, JW, I'm going to start. I expect at least a Doran's ring, just so you can spam the E's out. Pick
Yeah.
up Qs as you can.
Garen looking for a deep ward, maybe?
Yeah, maybe finding sleep base sitting around.
Nasus finally happy to have a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah,
Stack some minions, or
yeah.
try to stack.
I mean, it's early game.
Yeah.
This is relatively minor, but Lux took Ignite. I'm not huge on that. If you're going to take anything that's not teleport on Lux, it's normally something like a barrier, or in this case, I could even see a cleanse to get out of an Ahri,
Oh,
Charm or a Viger Cage, but yeah, I mean, it shouldn't matter,
oh,
but
little
definitely
little-
can.
Sleep A looking for something. No,
Good
just gets
charm.
charmed and still,
We'll get some
Might
damage
be a little-
out though.
Good chunk, yeah.
yeah.
I think Lux is in range for a Q, maybe, but
Yep.
maybe waiting to see if the flash came out, but I think you just throw it and try to force the flash there.
I think
Yeah.
she did throw it at the end, but it just got sidestepped.
Yeah, I think could have
During
thrown
the
that earlier,
Q.
is what I'm saying.
Okay, when she's
The one that was knocked up by the buy. I also could have been seeing it wrong, but I think there's a bit earlier moment could have done it, but
And JWM has the lane where he does not want it.
yeah,
Oh, yep. This is a... Oh,
That
Garen.
it does have the Doran's ring, so
Yeah, he's gonna be fine just spamming E.
yeah.
I'm gonna guess he's gonna do an Emax. Yeah.
I'm surprised that, for a couple reasons, I am surprised. I know our boy Zesty's in the chat here, but maybe you can enlighten us. You have the wave state under turret. Nasus is forced to play up in your jungler's hovering. I don't think you spin that wave down. I think you try to bait Nasus into trying to get another E off, and then Mercenary Wolf comes up behind. At the very least, you probably get flash,
And
potentially get a kill.
potential freeze setup there for
Yeah.
free spin.
I know it's nice to Oonga Boonga down the minions, see the big gold numbers go up, get that dopamine spike, but I do think holding the E there just this once may have been good.
They might get the flash after all here.
Yep,
And there it is.
works out.
Oh,
And then some.
Beautiful. See, I never doubted you, but I do think that there was a more correct
No, it's important for when you replace IQ support next season. You can,
Oh, we got Killian in the chat. He's got a really good point, too. He thinks in this one, both teams just agree to disagree and double surrender at 20. That would be a first for the beer league, but I do see the angle here. I definitely think that's a good move.
yeah, it's pretty smart,
It's a
honestly.
cute
Like,
angle.
yeah.
And Zach is saying in the chat he felt there's too many minions to tank it up because my wave was gone, but it's an option. That does make sense. You know, it's early. That's a lot of minions to tank, even if you're Garen. if you're a little scared about that, but I think you would be able to call the wave down with your E while you're trading with while you're fighting Nasus. But again, it's totally understandable.
I don't get it.
There has to be some fantasy points at least.
Oh, yeah. And there's Nasus. I'm surprised he didn't go with the triple Dorns and just keep spamming E.
Yeah, I think that not has to, but I don't think it makes sense to go double Dorns anymore, right? Like I don't think the
You still, you still get them.
happens. You get HP and AP, but you wouldn't just want to go Dark Seal because you actually get the passive from Dark Seal to possibly get more AP, and you're losing like 30 HP, but like.
A little
I don't think
aggressive
double-
trade going down by the TK
It's
down
getting
the
the
bottom.
health, and it gives you, I think, just enough AP to when you E the backline, it'll die.
True, but Dark Seal would have given you the same 15, but it's whatever.
It's also the health as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Charm just missed. That was a good
Nasus
setup.
pressing R there though, up top lane. I mean, there was action happening in that little bit, but you get the ult out of Nasus, so you got like a 90-second timer to try to do something if you're Zesty here.
He does have Flash and Alt up still on Garen. He doesn't have Ignite, but yeah, it's especially if Zac comes back up.
Oh,
Zach
before that.
ganking bot.
and-
Yeah. Oh,
I think
nice
this is
W.
just a.
Nice jump.
I think this is just a dead Tom Kench here, and I think that flash was kind of troll that just baits in Trooper.
Oh. Good double kill for Eel
Yeah.
FF. Two through. Maybe.
Here's the Ahri ulti.
Yeah, Ariel happening mid, just using it to get away.
Dragon going down.
Still has
to
one more
FF.
dash on it. Oh no, it's just a weird timer thing. So you got the flash out.
The way they're going down. See if they turn on
Oh, they-
Herald or not.
Red team
Yeah, I mean,
has
I
slain
would totally just. It might be late to be like, hey, we're trading this because you saw them already just take Dragon while you're starting Herald.
Yeah, I just think they probably do trade, but then FF does have a little bit quicker timer there
Yeah.
because they started the Dragon right away, so gets to take the Raptors. I mean, I think you're totally safe to take that, but I guess Lux could be walking over. But
Yeah. And
At the very
Nasus
least,
backing a wave for that as well.
Zach's Zesty Queso on the. I suppose I can't call him Zach because there's an actual Zach in this
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
Zesty Queso does already have the healing reduction for Nasus, which, it can feel somewhat bad trying to put the 800 gold in early, but I think it is just super valuable against Nasus.
Well, and then Garen wants to go Mortal Reminder anyways. I mean, that's...
Yeah, true. That actually is a good item on it.
Yeah. But it looks like he's going to go either the Triforce route here, instead of like Stride Breaker.
Yep. I think Triforce is good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, especially if you're going to be side laning, Triforce is better because it gives you better dueling, gives you... I mean, you're not as sticky, but it's a Nasus. Like, if he's running away from you, you're winning the trade.
Yep. Greg brings up a good point in chat here. He says, I think if all of the players in the game were Raihi, that Raihi would win. And technically correct. So...
Well, and also technically wrong because
Well,
a team of Raihis
he didn't say
has
that
to lose.
Raihi wouldn't lose. He said he would win. That's
Oh, that's
right.
Sleep
What if-
is gonna say TY for leash here.
What if it was
Since
half
that's your-
Raihis and then the other half was also Raihis?
Right.
Oh, you got a point there. My bad.
It's all good. I'm just trying to
Yes.
think outside the box.
Okay. That's fair. You got a point.
Wonder if this is gonna be a force by Sleep A, and you might just get the Ari ult. I mean, it's a fairly
And
short
fight
cooldown,
bottom
isn't
as
it?
well.
Yeah, fight by.
Just stacking up on the TK. Get a chance to
Oh.
get this. Oh, triple
Oh.
one down.
Yep.
Here, 1 sec. I am good. Probably
Yeah, just let me.
start the game myself as well.
I'll tab this real quick.
Just better
Yeah.
the times.
Yeah, I'm just trying to.
Oh, Ari going in. Misses Charm. Zach jumping in as well. definitely going FF's way so far. Just looking at health bars.
Yeah, but
And
turned around.
goodbye.
Yeah. Something you have to worry about against
Yeah.
Lux is just getting caught out.
Yeah. Got caught out and being hit by a single ability that leads to the rest of her abilities.
Yeah.
There's potential. Nice.
I don't think
Nice.
he had a flash there,
No.
but
Once you blow the ulti, you should be
Right
good.
now
You
it-
get the resists.
yeah. And then he walks back forward and then just eats the ult anyways.
Yeah.
He's just gonna eat the wave and then look to recall.
Sure, so you just shove. See if he can stop his back.
Yeah, is this gonna be a hull breaker first on Nasus?
Certainly looking like
Don't
it.
mind it.
Which, I mean,
Well-
it's relatively, it's pretty standard on him nowadays, I feel like.
Well, I mean, you lose a lot of that fight potential that you're going to be fighting against Garen the whole time without having a Sheen.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also the Hull Breaker gives you a little more survivability, and I think right now he just wants to not, as long as Garen doesn't roll you, you technically scale better, but Garen doesn't scale too bad himself, just not Nasus levels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
12 minutes, 114 stacks. Success. He's doing a pretty good job.
Well, that and he only has 2 points in Q right now. He doesn't have any
Yeah.
ability haste unless he's running into, okay, he's running the 8%, or the 8
Yeah.
ability haste. Sitting on a ward, see if Mercenary Wolf, Vermilion, and Zesty Queso somehow turn. Well, they're gonna pick up the kill here. Just who are they giving it to?
Giving it over to Ben. Vermilion.
Well, they saw Zac topside, so they know this dragon should be pretty well uncontested.
Yeah, they're doing it quick enough. Good.
Yeah.
Good response.
Oh, good W by Tom Kench there.
Yeah.
Oh, eating instead.
Just the Tom Kent show.
Yeah. Trooper should hand this kill over to Trooper. I think they're overcommitting though for this.
Yeah, it was you get the dragon. I mean, I don't know if they knew that Zac and Ari were on their way.
Well, they saw Zac in River. Braum at least did in Pixel Brush.
Yeah, pretty aggressive going for the kill there, but they got it.
Yeah.
And then some shenanigans happened.
Absolutely. And looks like Senna's going shield bow, which, I mean, I guess it's a crit item, but I don't know if that's necessarily the one I would have chosen in this scenario.
No, I mean, my experience is typically Kraken or
Eclipse.
yeah.
So I'm trying to get the replay to open up on mine. It's just not wanting to, so I'm not talking right now, my bad.
All good.
That's all. All good. Oh, but CC gets what they want, objective bounties with the Nasus. He's going to be sitting in that side lane all day.
Yeah, the
But-
shield bows. I guess are you building that for the Lux?
I guess. I really don't know. I mean, I've played a decent amount of Senna, and I've done both Kraken and Clips, and seen the Nasus, seen the Tom Kench. Oh. Knowing that you're essentially you're the 80 carry, quote unquote, like when it comes to team fights.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kraken would be beneficial just to get as much DPS as you can out.
Yeah. Especially when they've got like a Tom Kench and Nasus by.
Yeah.
Definitely want.
Like I understand shield boy, like you want that shield, you want the survivability, especially with the new patch. I mean, it's an extra I mean, 70 health per legendary. You get a bigger shield because of it then.
Research got a
Yeah, Restrace is going for the kill here.
Oh,
And there it is, and gets the flash for free out of Trooper.
Yeah, they've got 174 stacks. He's got
They're
the
throwing-
same amount of stacks as Nasus. It's the same. He has more than Nasus right now. So it's scary Vega.
You can see as a Nasus player too, like,
Yeah. I can't imagine not maxing Q first and top lane Nasus, even in Big Garen, but
well, I mean, your crappier matchups, you definitely want E. Like,
Turret has been destroyed.
if he did Q max here, you'd probably have like a, I'd say,
yeah, like you're just delaying your actual when you're actually strong though.
you're delaying that, but at the same time, like you could theoretically say with the E, he's got an extra 1,000 gold because you know Zesty was probably going to zone him off cannons and just have to either have really bad recall timers or the E max just gives you that, like, I can be zoned off this way, but I can just walk forward, pop E, and then sit back behind my range of minions.
Yeah.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
And it's not like you're against like a ranged top laner or like a laner who wants to auto attack a lot. So it's like the not having the points and wither isn't gonna stop like ruin anything.
No.
Alright, so what game time are you guys at?
1755.
Yeah. Reese Race looks like is gonna walk out of this and probably get a return kill. Oh,
Grinding
flash
by
coming
the
off from
Lux.
sleep area, which is
And the Thunder damage
still probably
coming
gonna get
in.
ran down. Oh. But Trooper picks up a kill here.
Yeah.
If I'm Trooper, I mean, like, we're not even Trooper. If I was Vi here, this would be next item Moth, 100%, right?
If you're Vaisa,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be bad for sure. I mean, Garen's gonna be splitting, and then you got 3 magic damage and Senna.
You're gonna want
Yeah.
armor eventually, but not yet. I think
I think in Merc Treads would be really good to just pick up right away, because a lot of CC.
Yeah. Well, Trooper
So-
doing the 80 carry strat.
seen it before. We'll see it again.
Yeah. It, like,
What time are you at him at 1906?
1902.
oh,
You just,
3.
if
So
you just pause for like 4 seconds, we should be good.
You just
Yeah.
like, we'll stop your time.
10, 11.
10, 11, 12, 13.
Perfect.
And, I mean, granted, that might have been an overstep by Trooper. You saw them take the dragon. Like, you knew that all of them were bot lane at that time, minus Zesty.
Yeah, I'm actually here.
Well, welcome.
Well, Garen
Thank
might
you.
be getting collapsed on here.
Yeah,
I can feel the
it's a little
wall.
tough to catch Garen, but
The Wither comes out. They
he
got
already queued,
Yeah.
so yeah.
yeah.
Flash is
Got the
trying to
flash,
TP.
but Viger also teleported, so
He's
You
got
also
Wither,
got
he
Viger
might-
TP out of this.
Oh, stun just.
close.
Yeah.
You say wait till you're close enough, then lead with the Evercross, or is the range about the same?
So what I like to do with Predator Viger is just, of course, run at them like a maniac when it's on.
Yeah.
If they flash, then I mean success because you
Yeah.
just got flash for Predator. And if there's still plenty of room to run down, you can continue to do that, and then just drop the E on. I like to get the E on them beforehand. That way they're kind of like stuck, and you can Everfrost pretty easily. And if you manage to get the root, then it's just full combo and they're dead. There's a game kind of jinx here. Zach ulti going out, Ariel. No good
Alright,
that was
W
jinx.
picks it up.
And I'm seeing this. Apparently, Cade must have read our minds
Yep.
and
Said
went for
nah.
the correct. Yeah.
Good job, boys. We did it.
Yeah.
That was a laning Vamp Scepter.
Yeah.
I mean, not necessarily bad. I mean, you're investing 900 gold for. I might be dying less in this lane.
Yeah. I mean, you already, if you're not getting one shot, you heal enough. Ooh. Aggressive. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh my, aggressive indeed.
Yeah.
I saw the wither coming down. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. And I think it's just. I think this is the time, like, before that fight even happened, NASA should have been in the bot side of the map and have your 80 carry go to the top side because Baron's the only objective up right now. Nasus has teleport. Like, yeah, you're not going to win the fight, but at least you can be like, hey, we're going to push them up. Yeah.
This is great. Greg's wild not in the chat, my lord.
Yeah.
But yeah, Juke just got Kraken, said nah, I'll just sell the Vamp Scepter.
I think it was Reese just flaming him. Like, if I heard the comms, it's probably Reese going like, why are you building this?
I don't think Reese has ever said anything about anyone's builds ever. That's on God.
Respectfully?
Respectfully.
Dang.
See, and now they're making the switch where you have the... I mean, granted, you want to funnel as much gold as you can into the Jinx, but when you're losing objectives over it... Ooh, that feels bad. The Baron up minion just stopped JWR from stacking that.
Pan down to see pure pain.
Yeah. He's just like, I just want this.
Please.
I just want this cannon.
Let me stack.
Give me this plus 12.
306 to what's Vigar at? Oh, okay, good.
Well, yeah, but what's the Senesoul soul count at? 93.
I need 20 minutes.
Yeah, and I think if you're CC here, like, I mean, you just protect the base, and if they take an inhib, that's where you make the decision, like, are we going to throw the Nasus there to just get the free farm and free stacks, or are you going to throw Jinx there to funnel as much gold as you can?
Now, Reese is seeing why Garen bought that heal cut right away.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nasus just Q's quarter of his health back.
Yep.
And he waddled away. Oh, wow.
Alright, so I'm gonna take a second to get the game state back, you know, that I'm all caught up and however, you do have Zhonya's, which I mean is good for two reasons on the Vigar. One, you're probably running, well, a few reasons actually, because one, you're probably running Genius Hunter already for both the Predator and the Everfrost, so you're getting lower cooldown on that. You're also, Lux is magic damage, but you can Zhonya's your combo, and you can also Zhonya's the Vigar. So, definitely a good pickup. Vigar likes to get, like a, big death cap second or whatever, because, it stacks the AP he's already got, but it's also, like, a little greedy if you are into something like this. I think the Zhonya's is definitely the right choice here.
Just quick little, this is the classic FF angle right here. Team doing Dragon, meanwhile SSG's threatening your inhibitor versus two members of your team.
And that's, like, granted, hindsight's 2020 and we have caster vision or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you always want Nasus on the opposite side of the map that the objective's going to be on. Like, Baron's gone, the next call is Dragon. But now you have your bot lane, you have your full bot lane, not just your 80 carry.
We're giving it to
Zhonya for style points, though, honestly. That's a slightly scary health level there as Vigar against the Nasus. I definitely don't blame him. Plus, like I said, he's gotten Genius Hunter. That Zonya's going to be up pretty quick. Probably 60 seconds, 70 seconds, something like that.
Already go Triforce instead of Stride Breaker here on Garen.
I mean, you're gonna be split pushing. You're not gonna try to catch anyone. You're just gonna be like, I'm gonna sit in this lane. I can duel whoever you bring up here.
Oh.
Yeah.
and he gets away with it too.
Yeah, I think
He can't keep getting away with it. My God.
he won't.
Oh, never mind. From downtown,
Shut down.
Trooper just brings out the big gun.
Yeah, I think the Triforce is a little more damagey versus the Stride Breaker utility, where if you're just going to be side laning, just
Yeah,
kill.
and with the recent changes to like Stride Breaker, all the other like those bruiser type items, it brought like Triforce up in power because it gave as much health as Stride Breaker, Gore Drinker.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to laugh while you were explaining stuff. Killian just has a really good read on Reese's build in chat. He's saying, I'm pretty sure Reese built Zanya strictly because he has a leprechaun skin and wanted to be gold for fun sometimes. And I didn't get that angle, but it makes perfect sense, and I think he's right. That's all the stuff I said seems very stupid now.
Yeah.
Yeah, big fight going on.
Well, they already took out
Yeah,
Nasus.
Reese almost going down, but flashing all the Lux damage right out of his own base.
Yeah.
Close call, definitely.
Yeah. And it, like, I mean, I've been playing this game for 12 odd years. I still am horrible at Zanya's timings. Like,
Yeah.
trying to just. I know it's 2.5 seconds.
There's too many abilities. Like, if I'm on Thresh or some champion I play a lot, I can time him pretty well, but then any other champion that I don't have 1,000 hours on, it can be a little.
Yeah.
I feel like it really comes down to each ability and the timing of how long it takes to fly through the air. There's a lot that goes into it.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
So let's play the what do you do if you're CC to come back game. It's tough. I
Yeah.
think, you know, you do have the NASA scaling, you do have Jinx late game, but they do have the Viger scaling permanently, the Senna scaling permanently, so that matches the NASA's permanent scale. It is a little tough to play Viger into, you know, the Jinx late game if it's like a normal front to back. However, I don't think it's ever going to be a normal front to back with Zac jumping over, Ari dashing in.
I
Like,
think right now it's you look for Lux one-shotting like an Ari or a Vigar and
yeah.
and somehow winning the fight off that so you can go run to Baron.
I mean, this
But-
this might be the fight they want, though, because Reese is sitting bot lane right now. But they. Like.
Yeah. I don't think
If I'm sleepy right now, I'm hesitant to pull that trigger still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's a really nice find.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is what they wanted, but I do think the team's a little too split. It looked like half was ready to go in, and the other half did not. I don't know if they didn't expect that to one shot or what, but you had the bot half of the map, the mid and bot laners sitting back. Jinx could have probably been free firing rockets there, but it was
Yeah.
maybe a little miscommunication, which, you know, it sucks. But I do think that was their best bet.
Yeah, they got the pick, but then the whole team is so far in that it didn't really matter that Ari was dead because in a few seconds you can have 3 other people that are dead on your team. Where if they didn't commit as hard, and then you went into a more even 4v5 fight
Yeah. And
after resetting a little bit.
And I think CC tried to play FF's game.
Yeah.
As opposed to trying to play their own game and force FF to play it with them. Because, like,
Yeah, for sure. I think it
Zesty-
is also tough, though, because we've seen what happens when people go, we're not going to play into that. We're just not going to split push. And then, you know,
Yeah.
Zac spinning down the Nexus at 30 minutes.
yeah,
So it's like, it's tough.
it is tough to be
You
like,
have to, like, you know, because that's their, you know, that's a good chunk of their style. It's not like the only way they can play, but that's definitely one of their strongest ways to play. And if you're playing into it, then it's like, yeah, you're basically saying, like, we're going to be able to do your style, but better. And it's tough to play into a split pusher when you're not, like, able to match it properly. But I think, like you said, it's probably better to just play the style you're good at. And not that they can't play split pushers. I mean, JWM's totally fine on split pushers. But, yeah, I don't know. I think, you know, the whole team has to be really playing around split pushers well. And FF does that very well.
I agree.
Well played by both teams. Nice win from FF for sure.
yeah.
Some good picks from Lux. Good. Okay, I've got the draft for game 2 pulled up if you want me to just jump right into that. Does that sound good?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Okay. So, switching sides, FF has first pick. CC on red side. So FF bans Akali and Senna and Set. Makes sense, makes sense, makes sense. And then CC decides to ban the Vigar. That got a lot of stacks pretty early in the game relatively
Yeah, so
to normal.
Viger's a good ban into FF because they do flex it and it's just a strong pick right now.
Yeah.
The Jinx ban, that's just kind of red side duty.
Yep.
Kind of have to do it. And then Leona, I'm never huge on a Leona ban right away, and it might just be something where like, I mean, Kate's good at it and it is a good pick, but I always feel like if you're trying to like just ban Leona, then they can pick Nautilus, who does almost the same exact thing. If you just ban Nautilus, yeah, they can pick Leona, does basically the same thing. So it's like, I feel like if you're just banning one of them, unless you like very specifically are countered by the one, which doesn't look like they would have been, I don't think it's worth it normally to ban just one of those. But yeah, that's just my opinion on that one. And then the FF bans are pretty standard against CC. Getting rid of the Akali, the Set, and what is more than likely a ban for mid lane Senna, which is very, it's a unique pick to Braum, which is actually pretty cool, and he does very well in it.
Yeah, and then FF first picking the cat.
Which I hate that champion, so
I don't like
it
it.
I don't like to
first
see
pick.
it, but
I don't mind it
Yeah.
seeing it. I don't know why you first pick it though. It's a fine blind pick. That's one thing, but
yeah, I think
also,
that might be it. Is they're just
it's
like
just not a contested pick.
no, exactly. Like no one's gonna be picking that from you, but maybe they don't want to give away the Twitch. Though I feel like picking the Yuumi early, kind of in a sense, like not completely, but it kind of gives away that you're doing something at least like the Twitch.
Yeah.
But they have played Yuumi Twitch, in fact, against us, so I think that does somewhat give it away. But it also is good into Olaf, of course, because you can just sit on him and he gets enhanced healing from his W's. So Yuumi heals are insane on him. Boost him up to run in.
Reese says it's just a good blind pick, and if you don't know exactly what you're going to pick after that, it's a fine way to start off a draft. That's true.
Yeah, I think it's perfectly fine.
I'm just because if I see a Yuumi on the like first picked, it's this is where I'm picking the Nautilus. This is where I'm picking something that can get onto the 80 carry because it's not like Yumi's gonna jump off, and if Yuumi jumps off, then you get the 5 seconds.
Just pick Pyke every time. All right, and then CC responding with Akshan and Lulu. Pretty good. Like, especially if you're gonna have Akshan in like mid lane, top lane. I like having Lulu.
It's almost certainly mid lane. I know Braum likes it.
Yeah, but then Lulu is so good at like buffing up those types of auto attack people, having her for being able to buff up 2 different people depending on who's being useful, and that at the moment that you have your abilities up, it's really good.
The one thing here is picking the Lulu right here, you're also kind of saying that you're not going to try to punish the Yuumi that much. At least in my opinion, I'm not a bot laner, but it seems like that's not really a pick where you're like, oh yeah, but we're going to try to punish the Twitch Yuumi, or which you don't see Twitch yet, but again, it's a good chance it's coming out, and you're kind of saying, well, we're not going to, try to like punish it. We're just going to try to match it with an enchanter. But I think Yuumi Twitch makes, even with the Lulu, I think it makes Kog'Maw's life very difficult later. Yeah, shield, some bonus health, but like Twitch Yumi's just opening up. It's kind of tough.
And one little thing is, I think Leona is fine. If you're Lulu, if I'm Lulu, I'm not really worried about a Leona. Is that
Leona comes in, you just
I thought that too.
Yeah,
yeah, but I was like, it's
already
banned, so whatever.
yeah.
Yep. And the Kog'Maw, so you got the powerful.
Yeah, I mean Lulu Kog'Maw is very good, but I think Yuumi Twitch is just like tough to. You have to be very, you have to have very good vision set up with control wards. You have to just be very mindful, because even with that shield and ulti, unless Lulu's willing to like immediately try to like flash polymorph or something, I think Twitch can kind of play the range game with his ulti and just shred the Kog'Maw.
Good into Olaf though, because it's not like you can CC Olaf. It's shields and heals and damage. That's how you deal with Olaf. So that's Lulu. Yeah, and then obviously we didn't directly mention. I kind of skipped it, but then the Twitch pickup for Reese, pretty spooky for a mid laner. If I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you could just do the submarine game. Like you have, it's like the old days where you have an Oriana and Twitch and just send the Twitch in. Well, now you're doing it with the Yuumi ult instead.
Yeah,
You're like, oh,
Yeah.
like the Olaf UV synergy as well. Okay,
Yeah.
and then next round of bans, we got Jason Vi from FF and Mord and Garen again from CC. Actually, not again. Garen was I don't
Yeah,
remember.
Garen's banned. Garen Ward banned.
Yeah.
Though they banned right away, they banned Jace, which kind of shows like, oh, they might be trying to play Gangplank because you can kind of take out the barrels and poke you down. Unless I'm mistaken, that's a good matchup for Jace.
it is. Yeah,
Yeah, so then it's like that can kind of, tip you off like, oh, they might be trying to do Gangplank. But they said, nah, the Mords, we've had experience with that. The Mord's super strong. The Garen's super strong. Like, they're really annoying to go against. He creates a ton of pressure. Almost always takes one down with him, even if he gets ganked. If not, just takes one out and leaves. So definitely not unreasonable. Just take those off the table and say, yeah, we'll let him go on Gangplank. The thing with Gangplank though is he makes those surprise Twitch Yuumi or even Yuumi Olaf, engages like where Twitch just comes out stealth with Yuumi on him, gets the Yuumi ult, Gangplank ulti can damage and slow them and keep them in it. A lot you have to watch out for if you're CC.
Yeah.
So they have a good team as well, though it is kind of AD heavy. You have Jarvan Q for some armor shred, and Kog'Maw deals some magic damage, but no like big full tanks. I mean, you got Olaf, but
Yeah.
no one should be able to like fully punish that full AD because Olaf's gonna want to go probably like Gore Drinker and maybe like Death Stance and stuff, but he's never gonna be the best at like just full tanking a full AD team. So not the end of the world that they're full AD by any means.
All right.
and then the Tryndamere pickup for CC. So they're hard committing. Like, hey, you guys want to split push? We're gonna take someone. We're gonna take someone who sits in a side lane all game and just makes. Either you have to chase him down because he's gonna probably run Flash Ghost. You're gonna run him down for half a lane and then be like, all right, this is stupid. Let's get out of here. Even though they did nerf Tryndamere, where his crits give him less cooldown reduction, but I don't think it's a non-factor here. I think Tryndamere Gangplank goes to Gangplank early, absolutely, but level 6, I think Tryndamere takes over, and especially after why can't I think of it right now? Gale Force.
Yeah. Early on, anyways, though, if you do manage to get your barrels off, they actually slow a surprising amount, so you are able to kind of kite out fights and it resets your passive. So yeah, definitely early advantage to Gangplank, and even right away when Trent gets out, you aren't like looking
you're not
scared or anything, but like you can definitely start pressuring, and then that Gale Force spike's definitely going to be big. But again, they're throwing down the gauntlet and saying, well, Zach likes to split, but we're just going to do it into him. And there's very few champions that signify that more than a Tryndamere pick. So
Yeah.
We'll see how that one goes. I think a lot's going to hinge on that top lane. So, well, I think if you're CC, anyways, a lot hinges on the top lane. If you're FF, even if Gangplank has a little bit of a rough time, you're like, well, our Twitch Yuumi late game with Anivia just permanently stalling out the game until they can get full build Twitch is just they're probably not too upset about it if top's going a little rough.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if Zesty runs the Triforce Hullbreaker combo here. Honestly, it's decent on Gangplank.
I've been seeing it. I think it's good.
Yeah, I'm guessing. Knowing Zach's play style.
All right. Well,
Let's get
pulled
into
up
it.
the game.
Let's yeah, I guess before we start, any predictions? I think FF. I do think it's good drafts by both again, but that Twitch Yuumi is just deadly.
Yeah.
Reese definitely put the fear god into me with that pick. So I would be a little scared going into this one,
And
but
seeing their full comp, I like the Yuumi pick a lot more.
yeah, absolutely. I think it goes great with Twitch and Olaf. Gangplank, yeah, he scales well, and maybe he doesn't split the best into trend late game, but you're also fine just barrel clearing and using your ult to help your team. Trend can't help his team, whereas you can when you're in the side lane. So you're perfectly fine just existing and clearing waves so Trend can't get turrets.
Yeah, and
So yeah, I think FF, but I think CC definitely obviously has a strong team. If they get rolling, they can really take over.
Yeah, I mean, not knocking on Braum or anything, but what about throwing like an Oriana? Like if you knew you were gonna be running Jarvan, Lulu, Kog'Maw, like what if you replace the Oriana in the mid lane against just when Jarvan goes in, setting up the combo or protect the Juggernaut comp?
Yeah, I like the Akshan with the Lulu, but I think Oriana would round out their comp a lot more, even just damage wise, plus locking some people down for a little bit for the damage to come through on Kog'Maw with the Jarvan ulti as well. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Granted, they probably are thinking Vi, and then it got pinched in, but
Sure.
all right, let's
get into it.
I'm ready when you guys are.
yeah.
Good to go. Well, one sec. Let me, I suppose, do this quick. But yeah, you can start it. I can just catch up too. Otherwise, it'll be just like 10 seconds here.
Well, I mean, we can spare 10 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, I am ready.
Okay. You want to count down again, Dave?
Sure. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
I'm assuming it's going to be.
Oh, Zach, already calling out disappointed. Tryndamere pick, shaking my head. He's apparently not a fan.
No.
I wonder if he's played
Which
it.
is funny because I expect like Tryndamere to be a Zach pick, like sit in the
Right.
side lane all game.
Welcome to Summoner's
Maybe he just
He's
doesn't
gotta-
like it when people do it to him.
He's got to
Maybe-
try out the 0 damage Trin build, and
Poor
well,
Professor said you're bad at GP. Ellen calling out Zach a little bit. Letting him know, yeah. No, it's Reese.
got to try out the 0 damage Trin
Oh
build.
my
It'll
god,
change
they're
your
going
life.
off in the chat.
Yeah.
Can't wait 10 seconds space fee.
Space fee. I was super
Yeah, the
zoomed
space
out.
fee is kind of like, that's just how we're going to start spectating the games from now on, so you can get the whole map, you know, kind of easier to cast that way, so.
Okay,
Wow.
with the sad beat
Wow.
emote, giving the AP to the to the mid laner.
Yep.
And I know Braum is a big component of First Strike, but would you run First Strike on Akshan? Because I know, Richie, you play a decent amount of Akshan.
I wouldn't. I've already said this. I don't think it's a good pick. I think he likes it. He really likes the Ruin, in my experience anyways, and I think it's really good in a lot of situations, but there's certain matchups, like maybe if you're against like a melee mid, I could see running it instead of press the attack, but press the attack is so easy to proc on Akshan, and it's so good. I would not. There's very few situations where I would, if any, where I would take First Strike over PTA specifically on Akshan. But that's not to say it's still, you kind of get good value out of it. It does give you a lot of damage as soon as you come out of stealth. You know, if you're using your W to hunt down people in the side lanes, I think it's really good there. Maybe not even better than press the attack, but I will at least, concede that you're getting value out of it, some good damage, and you're getting some extra gold.
Sure.
But yeah, I wouldn't take it.
Top angle
And
here?
Olaf. Well, yeah,
What's
Olaf was doing the funny. They saw Olaf do this invade, didn't they? I mean, he was on a ward taking chickens and red.
I sure saw it.
Well, no, because like you have to.
Oh my god, the Ignite coming out from Yuumi already.
Yeah.
Gets the flash from Lulu. That's rough, but that's the pick, you know. They can constantly look for these little sneaky Twitch just queues into his own lane and lane ganks for himself. The pick's tough to go against, and those two, of course, having the very good sibling synergy, but yeah, they pilot the champs well, and you know, they just have the synergy, so it's really tough to go against them.
Oh,
on
here
these
comes
picks.
Jarvan though.
He's
Bot
looking.
lane's pretty low, so he might be alone.
Yeah, I
for
think
that.
this is just a solo operation here.
Yeah, somebody gotta talk to him about all those emotes.
Somebody talk to that boy. You know, this is a bit late now. Killian said this a long time ago, but I think it's worth bringing up. They could have just put out a medium-sized trap, and you could easily catch the cat as well as the rat, the Twitch to the Yuumi combo. It's something to consider when you're going against these. Just put out a rodent trap. Oh,
Braum face planted into the wall there.
A lot of action. A 3-minute
Yeah.
fight, a 3-minute jungle gank by the bot lane.
Yeah, but now I
Jungle
think this is. I think Trooper with the aggressive flash forward.
Yeah.
I don't
Who
hate
ends
it.
up dying for it?
Yeah. Because, I mean, bot lane does have the level advantage now. Like Trooper has it over Reese.
But yeah, Olaf burnt Ghost and Twitch burnt Heal there.
Heal.
And I believe Exhaust was burnt in that fight from the Yumi as well. But
Yes.
you have Flash from the jungle. Flash, well, actually, I think Jarvan Flash was popped there. But you have Flash, both sums from mid lane, both sums from AD carry. Like, a lot burnt and you lose the fight. So that's
Yeah.
not exactly what you want when you're realistically the team that has to get rolling here, I would say, anyways. But I'm not claiming a recess. Okay. Yeah, it's alright. Someone's got to teach me. You can't just go emote on all these kids. Even though I do that literally every game, all the time, whenever I do anything. Auto attack someone, boom, emote. Just exist in lane, boom, emoted
Emote.
on.
Flash
Oh, I
Mastery.
just lost a trade and died. Emote. Yeah, mastery. That's the
I had it.
mastery angle
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, as soon as you die and you get outplayed, you just flash with the tree.
Oh yeah, you see this? They don't just give these out.
Yeah. I had to
Cool.
play this champion and be this
Shit.
bad at it.
JWM pinging out that the fact that he is in Alaska and on 616 ping. Very cool. Love to see it.
You know,
I do feel for the man, but I guess that's what happens when you're in Alaska.
yeah.
Not much you can do about that one.
Yeah.
He's gonna move to Riot servers just to compensate
He's so
for the lost
respectful of my
years.
team last. Bailey's saying he's so respectful of my team last season. I don't know why he's like this now. They ruined my boy. No. Hate to see it. No respect these days.
Absolutely beautiful play by Akshan there hitting the blast cone. Good job. What's up, better? The last hitting here by
See,
Trooper.
I love the little emotes. I don't know. So they cancel the recall. Yumi is low on mana, but
I mean,
Jarvan's bot side, but he's not rotating over yet.
Yeah,
so I don't
like-
know if they're gonna be able to set up a dive in time if they even wanted to. So you don't really force them off of anything. You are gonna shove another wave. Jarvan could look to dive on that one, but
Nowhere near.
doesn't look like it. He does have time though. He's kind of hovering.
Yeah, is this a cannon? No.
No, it's not. So you don't have a ton of time. He's hovering unless they just go, well, we'll go for the Drake on the back reset, but
oh,
Well, top
Zesty
lane,
gets the exhaust
he's
out.
He's down to level 6, so
Yeah, and getting the exhaust for essentially just
walking
my
up
right
and
arm's a lot stronger than my left arm there.
yeah. And that,
cues
that's
the second
around
health bar on the barrel, lets it know, you mean
Yeah.
business.
Yeah, exactly.
And he do. It's like Dragon gonna go down here to CC.
I will say, Zesty was calling out the Tryndamere top, but he is playing exhaust top lane, so interesting, I suppose.
And I think, and if I was Tryndamere, I'd be like, you're calling me out for this.
Yeah.
Right.
Is it just me?
You're
or
playing
is it-
exhaust gangplank.
Is it just me or is it hypocritical in here?
Yeah. Oh wait, it's not just
It's not just
Yeah.
me.
Got him.
Wow. Wow.
Oh my god.
Just had to
So,
check
look-
it.
Oh,
Another exhaust.
the exhaust coming out from Yumi.
Exhaust and ignite.
Traded exhaust from Lulu, but
down to
Twitch. Oh, there it is. That's what I'm talking about. The gangplank just being able to join from anywhere. Yeah, you're maybe gonna win this lane, which he actually is doing good in CS. But even if you don't, Tryndamere's always, not always, but most of the time Tryndamere is gonna be hard committing to the side lane. And yeah, you are too then, but you can just toss your ultis out like that. Either help set up a kill for your team, or disengage if you need to, or just help them catch people out. Whereas Trin's just trying his best to kill you, and you can just try to clear waves. Akshan's looking here, spotted on a pink ward. Or control ward,
Vision
sorry.
run
I'm
back.
a boomer.
Yeah. You are a boomer, Richie.
I know, I said it.
So,
Shut up, baby, I know it.
Shut up.
And-
baby.
and the thing is like, all right, you have the Lulu Cogma, like you have the quintessential, like, I mean, granted, this is a boomer. You have
This
the
is
season,
awesome.
you have the season 2. I seed laning phase. We win late. Like
But
that's
now you have this new age Twitch Yumi
well.
that says I scale just as good or better.
Well, the thing is
Disgusting.
like
Yeah,
Kog'Maw can get away with building, say, a Randuin's. He can get away with that stuff.
Yeah, you could do
it's
like,
it's like
for sure.
it's like Vayne. Like you just need 2 items to come online, and then you just need to be able to live.
Yeah, so
I don't.
Greg and Reese mentioning in the chat, with the Twitch, you got true damage, big range, movement speed. Reese is calling out that you can clear waves a little faster. At least for sure before Kog'Maw's 6. I'd say Kog'Maw's pretty good clear. Reading chat and they're just popping off over here.
Yeah.
You do get the, I paid for the whole kit. I'm going to use the whole kit return kill on Kog'Maw.
Yeah, yeah.
That's my
Trooper-
specialty.
Well, and the trooper, like I think he channeled his inner Michael Santana there.
Michael, I'm a cutie pie Santana?
Oh my
The
god.
very same.
Oh, I love him.
Just some excellent last hitting under turret by Yumi.
Such a goof.
Such a little goof.
But what's really striking to me is actually the CS numbers coming from the bot lane.
Yeah, but I mean, that lane does put out a lot of pressure, and they got the level 2 advantage, which got the Lulu, I believe, exhaust
Flash.
right away, or was it Flash?
It was Flash.
Okay, yeah, it was Flash, yep. So then Lulu had to play really safe from then on, and
how this
it's
lane
been kind of a
goes.
chain of, fights where they've had to burn stuff, and I don't think there's been a moment where their bot lane had, like, all their sums up since then, and you just really have to respect the Twitch Yumi so much, so I don't necessarily blame the deficit. Sometimes you have to just seed minions for,
Yeah.
even though you don't see them, that's the problem,
That's
is you
the
just don't
problem.
see them. Yeah, so it's like you're just kind of stuck giving up some minions, because it's like, well, if I walk up here, I could literally just die or have to burn all my sums. So it sucks, but
So it's nice to
Also,
have
yeah.
the hard engaged supports that can, if you are Twitch to the
Yeah.
queue next to it, like I'm just gonna jump on you. And
here's another annoying thing about it. You stealth in, Yumi, yeah, see, like, that's it. They're playing relatively safe, and that still just happens with them not burning any sums. It's just their ulties. They just walk up, Yumi starts it from stealth, and then they're going for the dive, too. A little risky, but I think it's totally fine for them.
I was looking at the wave crashing top. No big deal.
Kind of surprised they don't extend that, but it makes sense, too. They're getting clapped on by Anivia, but I think Anivia's actually
Yeah,
caught
he's
here,
flashed.
though, unless... It does have egg, but Twitch is low. Yumi heal should be able to come out. Uses it on the egg instead. It's working out, but Twitch had to
Yeah,
burn Flash to get
but
out
no,
of there. Not a lot
I
of
think-
follow-up.
I think,
I think you had to just focus on trying to
Get
burn
him
one of them
away.
with the Twitch. Yeah.
yeah, and as soon as you get
Yeah,
the
you have to
Yumi, you
either,
don't have to
but
go
once
back
you
in.
commit to that, I don't think you hop on the egg and help the egg try to live. I think you just make sure Twitch, he needs the health anyways. He's low, so like it's not gonna be wasted if you heal him. But when you heal, Yumi gives attack speed as well.
Yeah.
I think you just try to buff up the Twitch, give that Twitch the most health you can, and just let him try to unload. He does have the lifesteal as well to try to build up. And if they just focus the egg instead of Twitch, I think you pop one of them, and even if they finish off the Nivea, I think you can take the fight after. So.
And 2 health Twitch alone without the Yumi is not gonna
Yeah.
join in on that fight.
And Greg's asking Akshan if he gets fed, is he going to be an issue? He absolutely can be. And he is 3-0, he's running the first strike, which gives him extra gold. So he's definitely one of those champs that can kind of take over, but the thing is, Twitch is kind of the same, where they both try to stealth around and, find picks. Twitch is a little more ahead of the game and has a pocket Yumi. So if the situation wasn't that, I would say absolutely. But even with that, I think it's still a good, very good pick, and definitely something you want to have be ahead like this. Though I don't think you can play around that Twitch Yumi lane with it. You have to look for setting up your Tryndamere for success, I think.
Yep. Gangplank, definitely gain control. Top lane.
Yep. And, when you pick the Trynd, that's like you want that lane to be rolling. Very good steal coming in from Bailey, Sleep Bay.
Expert.
And picks up a kill.
Yumi disengage ulti coming out. I think that's perfectly good there. I think it's necessary just to make sure you don't have to. You had heal coming up, and maybe could have looked for something, but I think you're gonna just have to burn some instead of
Akshan
the
may
ult
be
there.
looking for something here. Oh, the
See,
two
this is what I'm talking about.
stealth-
Ships in the night. They're just
Yeah.
Oh,
boom, big
there's a-
shutdown. So now Akshan's actually able to look okay. Little greedy.
Oh,
very
there's the
greedy.
emote.
I
Emote
would go
got
beyond.
This
I'd go
is-
beyond saying a little greedy.
Yeah, and
Take the 700 shutdown and just get out of there.
that you have
Yeah.
like you have Cogmon,
Yeah,
and you know
right.
Yumi's not. You
The way
Yumi's
shoving,
your-
Olaf is coming in from the back there, so like you want, but you want to definitely want to get out of there, but like you can't do that. You need to either try to go up through the tribe rush up there, or just you have to wait for Kog'Maw to shove the wave. It is post 6 Kog'Maw, you can shove really quickly, so
You can
the,
shove
the,
quickly.
the play isn't just tank the turret 2 hits and
Do you think he gave it up knowing that it was going to go to the Yumi?
it's definitely a possibility too. I
But-
don't know if he's in chat here. Maybe that was the play, and that would make
But-
sense. But
but
I think
Yuumi-
you also have a good chance at living there. Your E reset on the kill, which I think he might have immediately used to go in on Yuumi though.
Yeah, but,
Can't
and the
remember
thing
that
is
for
like,
sure.
but prior to that, I don't know if Yumi already had the Ludens, but had at least a setup for Ludens. So you, like, it's not going to
I
be your
think
normal.
set
Like,
up at that point. I'm not positive on that, though.
but you know that Yumi's just going to go full AP. Like you're
Which
not
I think
seeing
is
him
actually
move.
good nowadays. I'm not positive on that, but I would say personally,
good.
well, I think you still go enchanter items after that, don't you? Like the Ardent and stuff with the Twitch, I'd think, or no? No?
I've seen some crazy stuff come out of Yumi players.
Interesting. I don't like the champs. I don't know what it does, but I feel like with the Twitch being such a hyper carry, you'd want to just buff them up like crazy. I think that's more worth than
I think
Yeah,
you're
doing a
still
little
healing
more.
them and giving them the flat.
for sure. But I mean, that
stats, but-
Q didn't go through the Lulu shield, and when you have Ludens and like the Twitch is just gonna do obscene damage later, and that's like
Yeah.
not your whole win con, but like personally, I think anyways. And I don't play Yumi, that's for sure. So I could be totally wrong on this, but I would rather, if I was the Twitch anyways, I'd definitely like to see the full enchanter, or at least even after Ludens, at least start getting like the Ardent Sensor and stuff like that. Reese is saying Luden's build gives more adaptive damage and does more poke, just less healing. I suppose doesn't Yumi's adaptive stats scale off for AP? So that makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah,
I forget about
That's what
that
I meant by
aspect
flat
of it.
stats.
So let's go to Twitch. I get more bonus. Yeah, that makes sense. I forget about that aspect to her kit where she just gives stats.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't, just forgot that it scaled with her AP. I never play that champ. I don't play support, let alone the cat. I hate the cat.
I think.
Yeah, Moonstone is getting nerfed a little bit, but yeah, it's not nerfed yet. That makes sense. So I think, especially since you're going early attack speed with the Blazer and King Berserker Greaves, which I think is great on Twitch, getting that bonus AD is nice.
Yeah, as far as
Just
I'm
get
aware,
that
this is
attack
like
speed.
the straight up the recommended build now. This Ludens.
No, I believe it totally. That's why I said, like, I don't know. I don't play Yumi, but that actually makes more sense now I think about the AP giving AD. That's all I really needed to know. Ignite coming out from Braum, ulti coming out, Jarvan ult coming out, so they did get Nivea flash, but good chance they're going down for it. I think that stopwatch might have actually gotten... Oh! He's out?
Wow,
Looks like it.
good repellent.
Yeah.
yeah.
This looks like a decent pick into Zesty. I mean, he's not winning, but hard to
Zesty's
like.
up 26 CS. Got a kill, 150 bounty.
Oh,
Yeah, this
this
is
is pretty
pretty dang
good.
good. Shoved under turret, getting blasted currently. Oh yeah, not bad.
Man, I'm gonna have to try
Like-
this.
JWM is just fighting Moose up there, like
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's currently fighting actual Moose IRL. So
Yeah.
Oh,
He
Gangplank
gets-
no flash, but he does have ulti. He could maybe look for an ulti grasp of the Undying Q.
I think he's
He has the
happy
Essence
to-
Reaver. He did not go the Hull
Right.
Breaker build. Yeah.
Oh, here comes the Jarvan. Good.
and like I guess it,
Jarvan's kind of on his
for
own.
Zesty's credit, it's just like, hey, if I get one crit, I'm winning every trade.
Yeah.
Nice job from Bailey to drop that barrel before he could activate it. I think if he gets that, this is actually just a
Another
kind
one.
of free win for Gangplank. But yeah, he's doing very
Oh,
good. I mean, this is
great.
just a solo from. I mean, basically, I think Tryndamere literally just W'd him.
Yeah,
Very
Tryndamere
nice from
walked up-
Bailey to just get that shut down.
At the beginning
Well-
of the fight, Trinity was kind of baiting, so Zesty was like, let me hit you one time instead of hitting the Jarvan. But just saying just
Well,
out
that-
of range.
But that does give the Mountain Dragon over to blue side.
And here's the classic Twitch Yumi.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get a kill there, but you get the Cog Flash, the Lulu ult. Like, that means next time around, you're getting the kill there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trooper.
Bailey, good. Write that down. Bailey's great. Okay, write that down, buddy. Love you, appreciate you. God bless you.
Yeah.
Reese being a real one as well, helping out, explaining his build in chat. Love to see it.
Explain these emotes that keep showing up over your head.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, dude. I'm on the emote side, I think. I'm gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little. I'm not toxic because I don't say anything in chat though.
Well,
I just spam
think
emotes 24/7.
because you're chat restricted, so you have to.
I don't. I
Yeah.
chat restrict myself. Okay. I turn that
That's
off
what
and I
they
just
all
say,
say.
alright.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what
yeah,
they'll say. I'm only allowed 5 messages a game.
yeah, because I turned them. By being no, I didn't.
By being
My
super
boy,
toxic, I've chat restricted myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real sorry about it.
This is sorry, not even.
Not even.
Herald dropping top, not many people here to respond yet. Akshan coming up.
Yeah, he's roaming up. Jarvan's falling up. The charge for sure goes off, and I think they're just going to say that's good enough, which is the right call. If you're FF there, you don't want to overextend for something like that at this point. Tier 2 is nice. It's a lot of gold when they buffed it, so many patches ago, but yeah, you don't see their team. You got to just say, all right. Charge is good.
Is he gonna
And the
ignore that
thing
wave? Yep.
If you're playing against a Twitch, like what Reese is doing bot lane is what every Twitch does the
Yeah.
second they show up.
Oh, this is actually a really nice play coming out from the CC bot lane to
Yeah,
turn
they-
this around. That's actually, they need that. That's huge.
They kind
Yeah.
of positioned.
And then we
right?
had teleport. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
And
and
Lulu
I'm
was
wondering
willing
if-
to just immediately drop the polymorph. You got to be quick on that, and then
Yeah.
exhaust, I believe, after it.
And I'm wondering if like Trooper and Ala both know like this is going to happen. Like this
Nice
is
escape, but this shouldn't kill. Yeah, close actually, but I think you just could have hid behind the.
I think Reese probably thought the Lulu was already gone, maybe. Okay, faster vision and
Close
stuff.
one. Yeah.
We probably didn't want to position directly between both of them.
no. But you also don't want to stack up against Twitch either.
Literally press 0 buttons
Yeah.
there, bro. Doing math. We're good next. Oh, that's what's great about Yumi. You can just do whatever while the game's just being played around you. Zach doing well here, using the barrels properly. Lulu comes in to help out. Trin uses ulti as Ghost. Yeah, that's a dead gang playing. Does have to Gale Force, ult, and Ghost though, so I mean, you've at least got those down for a little bit.
But you also got rid of the flash and the exhaust.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so definitely worth it there, but it's
Yeah.
at least a little bit of time before Trin can probably just totally run you down.
Yeah.
Put in your comment in the weekly recap, Trevor said. Yeah, the family friction. We can see that's. I've kind of hinted at this before that this was going to be my strategy, but I don't think I've ever told Reese, and this might give it away completely by just giving it away completely. But you see, the strat was going to be to just say that Cade was going around telling everyone Collector was way better than LDR and just create friction in the bot lane there, and then use that to inevitably beat you guys when the team
Serious
collapses
Yumi
around
damage
it.
there.
Yeah.
Third shot,
Well,
Jarvan.
and Aloe with the self ult that leads.
So Reese would have better input into this, Greg, but the Anivia is doing good, and I think it's partially a comfort pick for Ben, but it's also it's good at stalling out the game. Though granted, Olaf is like an early pick, so I think if anything, he's slightly out of place in the comp. But I think the reason Olaf's in here is because Yumi kind of helps him from stops the fall off a little bit. So I think Anivia is good at just stalling out the game, and you have a hyperscaler and Gangplank and hyperscaling bot lane. So I think Yumi, one, it's a safe pick, and you're into. I don't know. I can't remember. Did they see the Akshan beforehand? Let me check here.
Yeah, Akshan
So
was in the.
they did see the Akshan, so I think it's like a safe, Akshan is a big lane bully, so Anivia can just go, alright, well, I'm just gonna chill, vibe out, clear waves,
Yeah.
and let my team just hyperscale up. And again, Olaf doesn't technically hyperscale, but I think Yumi, not completely, but somewhat flips that script of him falling off super hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is a really good scaling character. She and she can create these zones like this, and I think the team definitely benefited from the big zone control that comes out of Anivia.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
right here.
with Yumi being
Hello.
yeah, right, you can't walk into it. So I think the Twitch Yumi has the zone control in the sense that if they're invisible, the team can't really walk up. But if they're taking a drag or something like that, and they know where the Twitch is, like, that doesn't really work. So they need, like, actual zone control. So you have the wall, you have the I'll keep them off and let you get those objectives.
And the funny thing is that JWM walked down for that dragon, and they just did not fight. Whereas Zesty got 2 towers up in the top lane while all that whole thing was going down.
So Tryndamere going, and he's getting stunned up. See, this is the Anivia power where you just... I mean, granted, Anivia's out of mana right now, but had enough to kind of dissuade that from going any further. It's tough when you're playing someone like Tryndamere. You know, gotta just walk up. Akshan, yeah, he's a ranged character, but you know, you kind of go in pretty hard as him regardless. So that's kind of rough when you have the Anivia, and it's got the egg and team fights where, you know, if Akshan's trying to, you know, catch her out specifically, it's definitely harder to do when the team's around.
Yeah, Zesty like 2.3, 2.4k ahead.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
Let's look at the gold here.
Yeah, he got a huge lead with that.
It's like, yeah, some of that's
Fish,
gangplank
yep.
barrels, but a lot of that's just, you know, he's got a 40 CS lead.
And
So.
You got
that
he's got
Fish just got all
tier
the
2,
towers.
tier 3 turret, yeah, like, so he's doing good. The Tryndamere, not doing bad by any means, but it's not doing what you need it to in this comp. You needed to be able to, like, roll the side lane, and, I mean, Gangplank's good at neutralizing like that. He can do this where he just clears the wave and runs away. Barrels slow you, speed him up, so, like, you know, a good Gangplank is tough to, like, really punish them. But they do have, like, a good pick with the Jarvan, because he can do the unorangeable CC with the ulti, which I'm guessing Sleep Bailey will top here.
Yep.
Oh, that's huge damage, though.
Yeah. And another one? Oh.
Yeah, you cannot walk into melee range there.
No.
I mean, I guess you traded, so that's good, but, like, you just get the kill without trading if you don't do that. Though the Gangplank exhaust does go over. When he comes up in 40 seconds, he has ultimate. They can look to set up around something. Akshan was able to get the revive onto Jarvan there, though, so they actually don't have a numbers disadvantage where they would have. So they can't just, like, rush Baron down or anything, but Twitch looking... I don't think you can kill Tryndamere. He's got ult, but maybe you can at least get the ult out. Nah, they just gotta back
Not
up.
that
Too
many
many people.
numbers, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
exactly.
If this is
Maybe it
Zesty
almost
on-
has for Seraphs. That's a little late, but Seraphs will be coming out soon. At least get some health back when you're casting. What are you gonna say, Andrew?
Yeah, really important. If this is Zesty on Gangplank,
Oh my god.
I'd love to see him on something like the Bully Bear Jungle. I feel like it'd be really something special.
Well, we should see what he's up to this season. I think he'd like the jungle. I think he really likes the role, and he doesn't just hate it.
I think that's an ongoing theme in that role.
Yeah, in this. Yeah, is there anyone that likes to jungle?
Hello, Trevor.
Yeah, that's true. But there's no play.
Yeah.
You see, he's currently Diamond 1 or 2. So
can
even
D-rank
non-memeing. Okay, so if you could drop to like Iron or something, I'll try to do the same. I feel like that's where I kind of belong, anyways. So at least mentality-wise.
Iron hard like my head. Diamond's pretty hard.
Okay, Brainiac.
All right, so going for two-man Baron with Olaf.
The red ping coming out missing though on it, so they have a punch, but you know, Cog goes to check and just gets popped by the.
We have
Yeah.
seen this fight before.
Yeah.
They're gonna get it. Really nice play from FF.
Yeah.
Oh, sneaky Darren.
That Anivia damage and Olaf. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then with Olaf tanking it, he just keeps attacking faster and faster. And then if he ever gets low, you just pop W.
And yeah, like CC knew, like, you know, Kog'Maw, you know, you saw the missing ping come out, and Kog'Maw was like, oh, I better go check, but like, you just can't because
Well,
you're right.
and-
Like, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't at that
Well,
point.
well, and you're playing Kog'Maw, so you have an ability to check bushes.
You can check bushes, but also it was an invisible Twitch. It wasn't even like a bush gank. It was just Twitch stealthing up and one-shotting you. I guess one thing though is I would like to see at this point actually a while ago I'd like to see the far side trinket on the Kog'Maw. I think it's just objectively better in general at this point in the game, but especially when you're playing into stuff like this where you're just not going to be able to walk up.
I say one thing about the Yuumi visions are less than the Twitch, lowest on the team.
Ooh,
by
true
Yuumi right
actually.
now.
Sitting on 4 stacks of the whatever Shard of True Ice or whatever it's called.
Well, that's when you're just yelling at your Twitch. Walk to a place where I can F and ward.
Yeah, but also, you know, you could go on the Olaf and follow him around, get some wards up.
Yeah.
I think that is like that's one of the tricky things about playing Yuumi, though, right? I mean, like you got to be able to play around it, and
That's the main reason I don't really like playing it. I just
Right.
love warding all the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I have to ward, so I'm gonna just risk.
obviously piloting the champion very well. But you know, it is something to consider. You know, it's like if your wards, you know,
Yeah.
Vision's going to suffer that much. You know, it's a little rough for sure.
Yeah.
And maybe the game's a little closer; it's more punishable. But
Yeah.
Zach done the Zesty case of special. Unfortunately,
yeah.
he does
There's
not have
no
the guarantee to spin this down. Yeah.
Well,
So
maybe
I don't know if he'll be
he's
able
gonna-
to spin this Nexus down in time.
Barrel chain.
Barrel chain
Barrel the
possibly.
Nexus.
Trinity
Barrel
leading
it.
the game. The moose
Not
got
enough.
the router.
Not enough
Yeah.
enemies around to barrel the Nexus. It's just not worth using
Well played
that
series by
powerful.
both, for sure. FF's just an incredible team. CC's very good too, but like, you know, they have so many. You know, they play around that split push really well, and that's really tough for most teams. Like basically every, like it's just really tough to deal with. They're a good split pusher, and a team that plays around it well. So, you know, they definitely tried to pick into it, which I respect. You know, you're throwing down the gauntlet saying, yeah, we'll just do it. You know, it's something we've done too, and one time it worked out all right. One time, you know, we almost lost because of it. You know, and you know, Zach's good, and they just play around it well, and you know the rest of the team did really well, and they had the Twitch Yuumi, they drafted well, I think too. It's tough being in that situation because yeah, by the time you know they're trying to pressure that Baron doing the sneaky play, which a lot of teams wouldn't have even sussed out. You know, CC at least went they probably are on this, but you know at that point you just can't do anything about it. You know they try, they get caught out by the Twitch Yuumi who's not even on it. They're just looking for a pick, like.
Kind of have a little appreciation
played.
for Mercenary Wolf going for the fantasy points here at the end.
Hell yeah,
On
dude, that's the
Dragon
strat.
while
That is
while
the
the
strat.
Nexus
That
is
is
going
the
down.
strat.
All right.
Yeah, well played by both teams. Yeah. Congrats to FF for the 2-0.
Yeah, thanks
Yeah.
for watching, everybody. I think we'll end it there. Have a good
Yep.
night.